We're on the shores of Lough Neagh, and we're here because there are some invasive species around the loch shore and within the loch that we have to deal with on a regular basis. A lot of non-native species are brought into the country, some deliberately and some accidentally, and the vast majority of them are pretty harmless and don't cause any harm. It's a very small percentage go on to become what we call invasive, which is when they do damage our ecosystems and can start sort of some real problems with damaging our native species. You can get species like Japanese knotweed, which outcompetes the native plants flora and basically chokes everything else out. Nothing else can grow under the canopy. And Himalayan balsam is another one around the shore here, and that can cause the silt to be released into the loch because they've such a shallow root, and they die back in the winter, and then on the silt gets dropped into the loch. So things like that are pretty bad. And again, no native species can grow within them because they grow so quickly and outcompete everything. But we have balsam bashes, as we call them, here every year. We had quite a good one at Oxford Island last year. We're also looking at experiments. We've got native species cattle at Oxford Island actually grazing on the Himalayan balsam, and that's been really successful. So that's something we'll try and get other people to do. So anything we can do to avoid using chemicals or herbicides is really important. If we can do it manually, it's much more kinder on the environment. Well, lots of people have crafts like paddle boards, jet skis, small, motorboats that they move around on trailers from one place to the other. But they don't think about the water that they might carry in the outboard from one place to the other, or in the bottom of the boat, or in the jet ski, or even sort of attached to the paddle board. And if they don't check clean and dry, which is our big campaign, then they could easily take that to another water body, or likewise bring it from another water body to here, to Lough Neagh. So really people need to be more vigilant and careful when they're moving from one place to the other, because these things can survive out of the water for a long time. We've seen them come back to life after being on somebody's boots for 3 weeks, dried out, and as soon as you go back in the water, they revive again. So it really is important to keep your equipment clean. We would also encourage landowners to just look up the section called funding on the NIEA website, because very often there's funding streams available for invasive species, especially if you can show that it's going to recover a special habitat or species.